A question I often get about the Bible that I think is the wrong way to ask is, what is the best Bible translation? Or what is the most accurate Bible translation? See, the thing is there isn't really a best or worst. There are definitely good translations and bad translations, but it's not necessarily this one right over here is the best and this one over here is the worst. And here's why. Now, any good Bible translation is going to come from the original Greek and Hebrew manuscripts that we have. So it's not like it's translated from Hebrew to Greek to Latin to French to German to English again. Some translations are like that, but I wouldn't read those. The best ones is where scholars and linguists, they will go back into the actual Hebrew and Greek of the Old Testament and the New Testament, and they know those languages, and they translate from there. So it's not a game of telephone. It's straight from one to the other. So now that we have that out of the way, there are two main translation philosophies that happen. First is word for word, and that is trying to literally get every single word as close as possible to the original. The second is thought for thought, where it's less concerned about getting every word right and more concerned about getting the overall ideas right. Both sides have strengths and weaknesses. The strength of a super word for word translation is that you have every word right. So if you know the details, if you know the culture, that can be really good for you. However, just like how English has idioms that don't really make sense to foreigners, Hebrew and Greek, the languages that the Bible was originally written in, also have ancient idioms that don't really make sense to us. So yes, it may technically be the most accurate, but are you going to understand it? Probably not. Thought for thought is much better with that understanding thing because they can translate it into more modern language. However, they could get some of that wrong, or there's more interpretation that's needed, and that interpretation could lead to a narrower view of Scripture. Like, yes, what their interpretation could be correct, but it could also leave out another good interpretation. So in my opinion, it's best to have a translation that's somewhere in the middle between word for word and thought for thought. It's also good to have different translations that go through the different spectrums. That way you can compare translations and possibly get different things out of the same verse. What's your favorite translation? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear.